Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss 3 cue cards. Hope it will help you to prepare for your IELTS exam soon. Let's start the video. The first cue card in our list is describe a story someone told you and you still remember. You should include the following points: what the story was about, who told you the story, why you remember this story, and explain how you feel about it. Let's move to the answer now. The first point is what the story was about. Every story is either taken from human experience or human imagination, and I believe each story is great and enthralling. I have started the cue card with the complex sentence using either or, which is very effective in your speaking module. Enthralling means interesting or fascinating. Although I have heard several stories in my life, here I would like to talk about a specific story that I heard during my school time. It was a story about a rabbit and a tortoise. The second point is who told you the story? I vividly remember it happened when I was studying in the 5th class. Our class teacher named Sangeeta told us this story as it was a part of our school curriculum. Vividly means clearly, school curriculum means school syllabus. The story started with a rabbit and a tortoise. Both lived in a forest. The rabbit was proud of its speed, so he always boasted of his speed and made fun of the tortoise, who was not able to run as fast as the rabbit did. Boasted of means to praise oneself with excessive pride. One day, the tortoise felt tired of Rabbit's arrogant behavior and challenged him for the race. Arrogant means haughty, proud, or superior. The rabbit immediately accepted the challenge as he was sure of his victory. Finally, the race started. As expected, the rabbit ran extremely fast and the tortoise was left far behind. The rabbit was overconfident, so he stopped to have rest under a tree. While taking rest, he fell asleep. When the rabbit was taking rest, the tortoise passed him and reached the winning point. When the rabbit woke up, he ran fast to reach the final point. However, it was too late to win the race as he found that his competitor, crawling slowly but steadily, already arrived there. So, students, you must know the meaning of the sentence when we used TOO and TO2. Whenever there is TOO, it means the next part that is made using TO2 is in the negative sense. For example, in this sentence, TO2 means could not. Overall, the sentence means the rabbit was so late that he could not win the race. Then the rabbit realized his mistake, that he had lost the race just because of his pride and overconfidence. He was careless and lax. The moral of the story was we should be slow and steady to achieve our goals. The next point is why you remember this story. I still remember the story due to a number of causes. First of all, the way our teacher explained the story was captivating. Causes means reasons, captivating means interesting. Secondly, I found it extremely motivating and the moral of the story quite impressive. Apart from that, as it was an integral part of our school syllabus, it was compulsory for all the students to cram it in order to get good grades in this subject. Integral means important. The last point is explain how you feel about it. As per me, it was one of the best moral stories I have ever read. This is because the story told us that people should not judge others from their weak points. Instead, everyone has its own qualities. So, everyone should be treated equally. Owing to all these reasons, I still remember the story. So, this is all about our first cue card. Now, we will move to the second cue card, which is describe an item on which you spent more than expected. You should say what is it, how much did you spend on it, why you bought it, and explain why you think you spent more than expected. The first point is what is it? In this consumerism era, people tend to buy several technological gadgets such as mobiles, laptops, tablets, and so on, and I am no exception. So I love to buy new products from the market. The consumerism era means the time when people are buying more and more things without thinking about whether they need it or not. So the consumption of the things is escalating. Although I have purchased many cost effective products like mobile, power banks, and headphones, here I am going to talk about a laptop that I bought recently and it is quite expensive. Cost effective means not expensive. The next points are why you bought it, how much did you spend on it. I vividly remember it happened a couple of months ago when our school or college initiated online classes for the students. I was not comfortable to study on the mobile, so I finally decided to buy a new laptop. As you already know, vividly means clearly, a couple of means too. Instead of saying decided, you can say made up my mind or took the decision. I had saved 40,000 Indian rupees for 2 years. One of my friends suggested me to buy a Dell laptop as it had many latest features and the processing was also faster as compared to other laptops. As I have mentioned earlier, that it is compulsory to use the second form of the verb when comparing two things. Here, faster is the second form we used because we are comparing Dell with other laptops. You can use any brand name here. I went to the market with my father and asked the salesperson to show me the Dell laptop. I was quite excited at that time. He showed us a new model which I liked very much. However, the price was exorbitantly high for me, that was 70,000 rupees. Exorbitantly high means excessively high or much costly. The next point is why you bought it. I was dubious if I could buy that laptop because of the gap between my budget and the price. Since my father knew that I was desperate to buy that gadget, he gave me all the money and bought me that laptop. I spent 70,000 instead of 40,000 rupees. Obviously, my joy knew no bounds, and after purchasing it, I showed that laptop to my friends. The meaning of dubious is doubtful. You can also say I was in a dilemma. Desperate stands for eager. The last point for this cue card is explain why you think you spent more than expected. The major cause why I spent that much money was that I was in a dire need of a laptop. My studies rely on it and I didn't want to risk my studies. Dire need means desperate need, rely means depend. Also, I got a lifetime free MS Office in this model of laptop, which was definitely not available in other models. Apart from it, I wanted to have my hands on the silver color, and this color was more expensive than others. All in all, it was a good deal, so, with the advice of my father, I bought it immediately. Have my hands means want to buy. When I started using my laptop, I was over the moon due to the latest features. The processing was faster and I could do my work easily. I consider this decision to be the best decision of my life as I am quite satisfied with this gadget. This is all about our second cue card. Now we will move to the third one. Our third cue card is describe a piece of equipment that is important in your home. You should say what is it, how you got it, how often you use it, why you think it is useful. The first point is what is it? There is no denying the fact that technology has eased our life in several ways as it has gifted us many appliances to use either in our offices or homes. Therefore, I have bought many tools and equipments for my home such as a smart TV, a laptop, a microwave and so on. There is no denying the fact means it is true. Eased means to become easy or facilitate. Whenever we use connectors such as therefore, it improves coherence in the speaking. That is an important parameter. Although all the appliances are useful for me, here I am going to talk about a specific piece of equipment that I use on a daily basis. It is none other than a refrigerator. Making a sentence using although improves your grammatical range. The next point is how you got it. Initially, I was having an old refrigerator that was not functioning properly, so I decided to buy a brand new fridge for me and my family. I searched on the internet about the best brand. Also, I had a word with one of my friends who recently purchased this equipment. He suggested me to buy a refrigerator of the Samsung company, which is considered one of the renowned brands in India. Functioning stands for working. Instead of saying decided, you can also say made up my mind or I took the decision. Had a word means to discuss. Renowned means famous. I acted upon his advice and searched about the features of that particular brand. It was really an impeccable fridge for me, so I went to the market and bought it immediately. Acted upon is a phrasal verb that means agree. Impeccable stands for perfect. The next point is why you think it is useful. This has been extremely useful equipment for me, so the importance of this equipment is beyond description. Synonym for importance is significance. We use beyond description when we want to say that it has several qualities or it is useful in many ways. First of all, it maintains the safety and quality of food items. This is quite spacious as it has a couple of drawers where I can keep raw or cooked food items and can store in this refrigerator for longer hours. Spacious means big or large, couple of means two. Moreover, it acts as a time saver for me. For instance, if I have a busy schedule, I can prepare the food and keep it in the fridge without any worries. So instead of saying it saves my time, it is better to say it acts as a time saver. Also, it has an inbuilt ice maker that can be used to prepare juice or other beverages. Hence, this appliance has made my life easier in many ways. Undoubtedly, I use it not only in summer but in winter season as well. This equipment is common in all Indian homes nowadays. I must say, I can't even think my life without using it. Now you can have a look at the words that are used in this video for vocabulary. Hope you like the video. Stay tuned for more IELTS updates and videos.